Okay, guys, I got a email this morning, basically with some concerns about the meal plan, and I'm reminded of Bill Murray's statement that there are a few things in this world that you can't do better if you're really relaxed. So I got a tendency to be a very, I speak my mind, and I say things abruptly that later I end up regretting. So, being a little bit older and wiser than I was when I first started this job, I decided to go and finish my first squat workout before I sent this video up. So, some of the concerns that were highlighted was that felt that the meal plan had too much red meat and there hasn't been enough evidence presented by myself to convince people that red meat and pork won't give you heart disease. Well, I posted something today. I'd encourage you guys to go check out chriscresser.com, robwolf.com, and there's literally hundreds of articles defending the consumption of grass-fed red meat, pastured pork. Okay? So point number one, I think there is a tremendous amount of evidence to demonstrate that those are very healthy foods, and if you don't have any ethical reasons for not consuming them or other reasons other than just their concerns about their health, then there you go. Number two, if you're addicted to carbs, your taste buds are going to loathe proteins and fats. This is not forever. This is just right now. Right now, these foods don't taste good. But right now, you need to accept that the only thing that does taste good is sugar. You're addicted to sugar, and basically everything that I get asked about substitutions is you trying to get more sugar in your diet. So no, you can't have sugar. Alcoholics can't have alcohol. Okay, gamblers shouldn't gamble, and carb addicts should cut back on sugar massively. So while some of these foods may not be unhealthy per se, they're very unhealthy for a carb addict, and it's just that simple. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you want to actually deal with this addiction, and that's what it is, then you need to confront it and deal with it. Okay? And three, if you go on the internet, you can actually find evidence that the Holocaust never happened. So just because there's a site on the internet that tells you something does not mean that it's true. Now, obviously, the American Heart Association is not some wingnut organization, but I still disagree with with them saying that eating too much red meat or eating too much pork is bad for you. Now, there's a little caveat to that. Like, obviously, if you're like living off of bacon, there could be some problems, right? But what we're trying to do here with this meal plan is really cold turkey for carb addicts. It's giving people something that they can live off of. And by the way, if you feel like there's not enough calories in the meal plan, eat more of the foods in the meal plan. I've also suggested coconut oil for people that don't like bacon. Apparently coconut oil is gross too. Well, unfortunately, it sounds like anything that has fat in it is gross for some people. So, unfortunately, go hungry or eat it. I grew up and it was you get what's on the plate, and if you don't like that, go hungry. You won't die. Okay, you won't die. And it sounds really harsh, but unfortunately, sometimes people need tough love. They need to be told, all of the things you're saying right now, all of the messages you're sending right now, sound like your addictive part of your brain trying to find a way for you to binge or to get some carbs. And so, quite frankly, that part of your personality you need to basically get rid of. And it's very hard to do, but you have to do it. Otherwise, things will never change. And you're just working yourself through a vicious circle. So, dig your feet in the ground, accept that some of these things are not going to be the tastiest food you've ever had. Stop trying to make things more complicated than they need to be. That's another thing, is that, dysfunction loves complexity, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, complicating things obscures things, and it makes it easy to hide things, and so you can slip things in. All right, and that's something that people that are addicts tend to do. is they overthink, and they also try to barter, and they also try to wear people down, so that people finally go, you know what, just eat whatever the hell you want. I don't care. I'm not doing that. Okay, so sorry for the rant, guys. Just, putting it out there. This isn't the best take, so I apologize. It got a little ranty. And I hope I don't offend anyone, but honestly, this is just me calling bullshit on some of the statements people say to themselves to justify their behavior, because that's what it is, and I need to take a hard stance on that. Otherwise, people will think it's okay, and they'll continue doing it, and they'll never make changes. And making changes is what this group's all about. All right, thanks. Take care.